Yo family, what is good? My quick crypto family, my coin factory family, welcome back once again to your Kaspa crypto live stream. I'm a little late today, I know, I'm sorry. I was caught up creating another video. It's going to be a market general video. I was going to try and, I am going to be releasing today. It's going to probably coming out in the next 2 hours or so. Just kind of giving an outlook on the market right now, what to expect, some projects that I think will do very well, which generally cover, of course, Kaspa, but also some generative AI projects as well. We are in a very good position right now. We can see Kaspa's currently doing quite well, up 3.22% on the daily time frame. Bitcoin is still testing that 117k level of resistance, and hopefully it will surpass that tomorrow with the FOMC meeting, which we're hoping and expecting there to be rate cuts. What we need to look out for is the tone Jerome Powell and the Fed use to determine what they're going to be doing in the future as well. I think the market right now is priced in at least 2 to 3 more rate cuts happening this year. Whether it'll happen or not, again, we'll have to wait and see what Jerome Powell hints and says tomorrow. But we have seen a lot of very big announcements for Kaspa and the crypto space today regarding regulatory developments, regarding stuff in the UK, but also for Kaspa. IG have made some big announcements today, or one or two. Kasplex have kind of almost hinted and maybe even confirmed that their mainnet is now coming. It's tough. It's really, they've not given any definitive answer, and maybe that's what we need to wait for. But at the same time, they made a new announcement which could replicate, or not replicate, but represent that they are now 24 hours away from going live, which would be very interesting. We'll talk about that today, as well as some other very interesting posts and proof from the kind of higher net worth individuals to smart money that they are looking at Kaspa and will rotate their Bitcoin portfolio into Kaspa when the cycle starts transitioning into the altcoin cycle. With that being said though, family, if you enjoy the streams, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more, come chill and tune in to the free Discord server. We're learning a lot more in there, actively trying to learn about crypto and Kaspa ahead of time before we talk about it on stream here. So if you want to keep up to date, then check out the free community. Links to join are down below in the description and also on the homepage right here as well. That being said, the family, welcome back to the stream once again. Hope you're having a great day so far. Dimitar first, as always, you know it. Future Crypto Elite is here. Tomorrow, the only way is up. That is the hope, that is the belief, most definitely. Of course, nothing is as simple as that. We will expect some pullbacks, inevitably. My current thought process is we'll see 25 basis point rate cut. If you see a 50 basis point rate cut, which would be great but bad, we'd see a bigger rip followed by a pullback, because investors, if you see a 50 basis point rate cut, investors may determine therefore that the Fed are accepting and acknowledging that they were too late and that the economy is in a dire situation. They need to do more excessive rate cuts to counteract that effect. So I'm hoping we only see 25 basis point rate cut tomorrow, and that will just likely lead into, you know, much more bullish momentum. Again, the video that I'm making, that I'll be releasing later today, gives kind of a brief understanding on exactly why I think Q4 is going to be very big and why the rate cuts are very big. Of course, I do explain it in a lot more detail to my VIPs, so if you want to have the full rundown, you can join for free for 7 days or for a month through BYDFI's affiliate link, and just reach out to me on Discord and I'll help you get set up with that. Welcome back, Greg Boy, who's doing very well, and Mr. Mars, as always, he is first. And yes, of course, the power going to his head, banning people now. Yeah, respect for that, Greg, honestly. They owe me 500 Kaspa each for crossing the line, for saying first. Yeah, okay, buddy. Welcome back, Matt, bro, you're doing very well. Buckle up indeed, I agree. And good evening to you too, Brett, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think QC is talking fast enough. I think I am balancing the line very delicately, because there are times where I'm speeding up and I'm just rolling through it very quickly, and there are times where I'm taking a momentary pause so people can catch up and I can catch my own breath in regards to what I'm trying to say. But I'm sure, as you know, as the stream goes on, I will get faster and harder to understand, so look forward to that. Hoping for a purple time Jerome tomorrow, that would be very nice indeed. I'm sure we'll get, at this point, I think bullish is the current sentiment, you know, at this point. Welcome back, Double D, bro. Hope you're doing very well, my man. And we won't see if it was 50 basis point rate cut because of politics. Jerome hates Trump. Yeah, I mean, that's also very likely. But then the question comes down to whether we need a 50 basis point rate cut or not. Like, don't get me wrong, the job data, the job market is disastrous. So in that regard, yes. But while inflation right now is manageable, is not great. it's not bad. True inflation says 2%. The PPI was massively lower than expected, and CPI as expected as well. So the inflation is not bad, but if you do a too heavy rate cut, that will start causing significant inflation, and we don't want that. So they've got to try and balance the line. The Fed, Jerome Powell's got to balance the line between not raising inflation, but also trying to save the job market in a sense. And also, yes, there is politics to play in that as well. So with politics being played in that, I'm sure he won't want to adhere to what Scott Bessent and Trump want, which is, I think Scott Bessent recently said he wanted 150 to 175 basis point rate cut by the end of the year. So basically, basically 50 basis point rate cut in the next 3 meetings, which is absolutely insane. So I mean, I would be surprised about that, and I don't think we'll get that. Welcome back, Cryptody bro. Hope you're doing very well, brother. And you too, Jason. Won't be long. Stuff's going to start ripping 100%. If you look at the altcoin index, it says right now that actually we are in an altcoin cycle. But if you look at the market right now, alts aren't really moving still. They're very much lagging behind. You know, I mean, they're doing well today for the most part. But I mean, Tao's up only 0.78%. It's still 50% away from all-time highs, give or take. Yeah, 55% as well. Sui is about 40% or so off all-time highs. 32 even. Kaspa still about 60% or so off all-time highs. So like, everything's still very far off all-time highs right now. All the altcoins doing a bit better today. Zebek's currently up 2.62% right now. Again, we're currently seemingly in the altcoin market, the altcoin cycle, but the price hasn't started ripping yet, which is actually good for us because it means that we have time to accumulate while the prices haven't started reacting just yet. Because the reason why is because we're not in a retail cycle anymore. We're in an institutional cycle, and institutions don't have access to anything besides Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. The ETFs aren't out for XRP or Solana or AVAX or Sui or whatever else just yet. When those start happening, then the capital starts cycling in to those altcoins, and then better still into the other altcoins as well, with more institutional capital being there in the first place. So we're meant doing 50. He'll be pissed off enough with 25 points. Yeah, I tend to agree. Welcome, son, who's doing very, very well. Let's give it a like 100%. If you enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. We need him to announce a pivot to quantitative easing. I mean, yeah. I doubt he'll do it. But that would be a very, very bullish sign. Very bullish sign all around. And there is the Mr. Mars impersonator. Mr. Mars alt account, Cryptony. Welcome. Don't know why you got 2 phones, but I guess you're pumping my numbers, so thank you very much for that. LB on the check-in once more. Welcome back, bro. And you two Stack Bundles. Yo, what's up, my man? I'm doing great. Hope you're doing very well as well. Everyone has their seatbelts fastened because rate cuts or not, it's going to get heated. With a 0.5, it would be good. But to start with a 0.25, I'll take it. I think 0.5 would be good, but would cause a pullback. I think if we get 0.25 tomorrow, you'll see the market just start to rally for the most part. If you see a 0.5, you'll see a big pump followed by a pullback, because I don't think people are expecting. I mean, you look at CME right now, chances of a 50 rate cut is very, very small. It's like 2% or so. What is important for tomorrow is, will it be another cut? Like cut? Yeah, pretty much. Well, Jerome Powell's tone can be very, very important, because he's going to be talking about, yes, we'll be giving a rate cut, probably 25 basis point rate cut. The first we have seen since December. We haven't had any rate cuts in the United States since December, which is insane. So seeing, but then we have to determine what he's going to say. His tone will determine whether we're going to be getting continuous cuts every single FOMC meeting, so the next one being in October and December, or will we only be getting the one, or will we be getting even bigger ones later on? Again, what he says and how he won't say it straight up, but he'll kind of hint at it, and that will let us, his tone will let us determine how the market will behave in Q4. Right now, I'm on the more bullish side based on the macro reports. Again, I do speak about it very briefly in the video that I'm going to be publishing later on, which talks about the forward-looking indicators being the likes of the retail sales, and ISM and PMI, which all are suggesting that business is starting to reinvest, and therefore we're now cutting rates into a re-accelerating economy, which is very, very good. Again, I talk about the VIPs a lot more detail, so you can find out more in there as well. Peak market could be sooner than we think. I'm not so sure about that just yet. Right now, I think we can easily go to December, if not maybe a little bit longer, but again, time will tell. Say 0.5, not 0.5. Bite me. I am doing it on purpose, just for you, Mr. Miles. Will you go live tomorrow during FOMC meeting? Just checking what time it is on my time. FOMC meeting will be tomorrow at around 7. So an hour before I usually go live. I could do. If people want me to go live during the FOMC meeting, I could do. But again, I'll leave that up to the community if you want me to do that or not. Otherwise, then I'll just talk about it once when I go live. It'll be an hour afterwards, so I'd have all the information there on hand. So if you guys want to see it do it midway through, that's perfectly fine by me. It means I kind of also have to cover less. I just kind of watch it with you all there and see what he talks about and then talk about it. But again, I leave that up to all of you watching, whether you want me to do it that way or just the general way. Welcome. Hope you're doing very, very well. Spootir Van. Yo bro, what's up? What will happen if all of Kaspa is mined? What will happen and how people are going to get fees? So to answer your question, basically, it's the same question for Bitcoin as well. When all of Bitcoin gets mined, what will happen to Bitcoin? The incentive for mining a proof of work, the incentive right now to mine Kaspa is you get Kaspa as a reward. But it's what you mine it for is the transaction. So when you are, transacting and sending Kaspa or whatever back and forth on the Kaspa protocol, you're going to end up, not burning, but you're going to end up using Kaspa as a gas fee. So like if I was to buy some Nacho right now, some Kaspa would be used as a gas fee. Not a lot because it's very cheap, but you use some Kaspa for a gas fee. And the miners who are mining will mine that Kaspa that I basically use as my gas fee. So the point being is, with the increasing in adoption of Kaspa that hopefully and likely come, with so much more adoption coming, I mean, you're looking right now as a sort of testament to that, more so just kind of test transactions right now, when Kaspa wants to load at least. You can see here the live transactions right now we're seeing when it does load. I think right now my PC is just lagging a little bit. You can see how many transactions are currently going through frequently. 1.3, 1.24 is going crazy. We've got 141 real-time TPS. And we've seen it higher, we've seen it lower. Likely with the release of smart contracts, it'll be a lot higher consistently. But point being is, the miners currently will see 4.12 whatever it is in each block, but they actually will be mining for this. When there's more Kaspa transactions taking place, the miners will end up getting the rewards for the Kaspa that's used as the gas fee in each block, and that's an additive thing. So when all Kaspa's mined out in about 2037 or whatever, if there's a lot of adoption on the Kaspa protocol, which hopefully will be, they're not mining it therefore for the Kaspa they get in the reward here, but for the transactions. And therefore they're hopefully going to make Kaspa from that, also while contributing to the security and the hash rate of the network. A very extensive answer. I could have made it very, very simpler. I apologise for that, but hopefully that answers your question. He thinks he's a Navy captain sailing the high seas. I do, most definitely. Yeah, it's not actually Mr. Miles, so spell it right. There'll be a slight dip after cuts. Bitcoin went from 8.7 to 8.3 in 2020 after cut announcement, but it doesn't matter. No more capital to do anything. All in Kaspa, Nacho, and Slow. I mean, Slow right now been getting more adoption. I did see that Slow is getting a listing on Ascendex as well. These in the next few days, I think, as well, which Slow not doing very well. Therefore, I have been seeing as well. Someone did bring my attention to this, which is TBDAI. No idea what this project is. All I know is they're responsible for a lot of the transactions that takes place, and currently has a $31 trillion market cap. So don't know how that works. I did go through some of my sources and come to the conclusion that they probably aren't legit. I don't exactly know what they are though. With $31 trillion worth of capital, that's like half the stock market, all in just KRC20 right now. So I don't exactly know what's going on with this project right now. Been out for almost a year. It's got almost 4,000. It's got 4 million, almost 4.2 million holders. So don't know what this is at all. But yeah, we're seeing some stuff happen in the KRC20 community right now. Nacho's at 14.2 with 63,000 holders. So maybe either Kaspa is just bricking out, because I'm seeing like 15k holders for Kaspi. I don't recall ever seeing this many holders for these projects here. So either something's just changed but I haven't seen it, or the KRC20 community just started to explode in adoption recently. I don't know what's happened right now. The price is not really reflecting that, but the holders are definitely reflecting that. So I'm not sure what's going on right here. We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. But I mean, yeah, with just a 25, if it's a 25 basis point rate cut, I think it's already been priced in based on the corrections we saw yesterday and the day before. It's already been priced in. But if you get a 51, then you'll see a pullback, I think, a bit more, but you'll still see a gradual but definitive rally from this point onwards, hopefully. I don't think we get rate cuts tomorrow. Powell has said inflation needs to be 2%. Yes, but Stack, in the Jackson Hole meeting that happened in July, Jerome Powell stated that they are currently pivoting their stance from inflation to unemployment. So right now, if you look at the inflation reports, be it the PPI, the CPI, or the PCE, they're all staying within expectations or even below expectations, which is very, very good. It's not as low as they wanted it to be, but it's below expectations for what they suspect right now. But they're shifting towards the job market. Right now, we saw almost 1 million jobs revised. So the job reports that came out, there were a million less pretty much than what was initially reported. Jerome Powell and the Fed have pivoted from inflation to job reports. Therefore, despite inflation not being at 2%, that doesn't matter anymore. They don't care about the 2% anymore. That's not their driving factor anymore. So the chance of rate cuts, I mean, you can see it right here. Federal funds rate forecasted is 4.25%. So they're expecting, in accordance to the Forex Factory here, they're expecting a rate cut. So the Fed is likely to cut rates tomorrow because they're now focusing on the jobs report, which if you look at the jobs report right now, I'm trying to think when the last one was. Let me quickly check my community actually. The last job report was, it was inflation, nope, inflation, nope. That one, so that was on the 5th of September. Of course it is every month, of course, yeah, so you see unemployment here. You saw it was significantly lower than expected. Significantly. And that's been revised again actually, because when I reported it, it said it was 75,000 expected to 22,000. Now it went to 4.9 to minus 65,000. So the job market is crumbling. The Fed has pivoted to looking at jobs, therefore rate cuts are all but inevitable. Don't go live during the meeting because I want to watch streamers during this time that are covering it real time. Don't go live during the meeting because I want to watch streamers during that time that are covering it real time. Okay, sure, fine by me. Same thought, Jay. I prefer to see 25 basis point rate cut mounted quietly and see the deploy smart contracts. Oh yeah, that'd be insane. That'd be insane. They're predicting a 93% chance of a 25. I mean, if you look at CME right now, CME, which is the FedWatch tool, they currently got it at about 96% of us seeing a 25 basis point rate cut and a 4% of a 50 basis point rate cut. But it's basically confirmed again that we will be getting rate cuts in tomorrow. And yes, Crypto is right. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Now, that being said, I see a lot more questions have been asked, but I have not gotten into any of the content just yet. So let's get into the content first and foremost, and then I'll come back to the questions later on. So to start off with, we've got this post here again from Kaspa Daily. Once more, a test with what's Kaspa doing right now. We saw at Kaspa process 8 million transactions just yesterday with zero downtime, zero delays, and zero bottleneck. Absolutely insane stuff. We're seeing Kaspa being stress test to the max right now. Continuous transactions going through. Quite good TPS right now, almost at 200 right now. And potentially it's a sign of what is to come. Someone either trying to stress test Kaspa or try to break it or whatever it may be. But Kaspa is holding very, very, very strong. And by the way, this is 3.5 times more than what Bitcoin and Ethereum did at the same period of time combined. So Kaspa right now in the same. So yesterday on the 5th of September, what Bitcoin and Ethereum did combined was 3.5 times smaller than what Kaspa was doing. And it's still pumping up more and more and more. If you look at it right now, you can see transaction count right now is sitting at that 8 million. And I'm sure you'll see it tomorrow. It's probably going up continuously from here as well when it ends up clocking over the next day as well, which is really good stuff. Active addresses also being very, very high. We are seeing Kaspa cooking on gas. And I anticipate it's because of what is soon to come. In regards to IGRA right now, IGRA have just announced community nodes are live on the map. You can see, click on the links here. In the next 1 to 2 weeks, we'll onboard more from the waiting list. This map is about to light up. And of course, it's going to be the next step towards then eventually having their public testnet and then of course the, having the mainnet launch. Because again, IGRA mainnet launch will be going live in Q4 this year. So Q4 starting next month. Sometime from October to December, we'll be seeing the mainnet for IGRA Labs. And things seem to be going smoothly right now for IGRA, which is very, very cool stuff. You're seeing right now, some nodes are live. You'll see a lot more going live very soon. Now in regards to Kasplex, we've got this post here as well from Kaspa.com actually. Their decks now available for integration anywhere. So Kaspa.com are seemingly up and running and ready to start cooking with gas as well. Also very, very cool stuff. And then we've got this post here, interesting post here from Kasplex. They've now announced their mainnet chain ID is 202555. Apparently that's the date of crescendo. Maybe I'm just not connecting the puzzle pieces together, but I don't understand how that does reference crescendo. Crescendo came out on the 5th of May 2025. Okay, never mind. Makes sense now. 2025, 5th of May. All I had to do was just speak it aloud and it came into my head. So 2025, 5th of May. So that's the crescendo day of crescendo. That's the mainnet chain ID for Kasplex. It's our way of saying thank you to the Kaspa developers for building the foundation that makes Layer 2 possible, closer and closer. Does that mean therefore we are 24 hours away, as Kaspa mentioned, when they are going to release the Kasplex smart contract, the mainnet? They will announce it and give a 24 hours countdown. We don't know. I'm currently under the anticipation or the speculation that we're not in that countdown just yet, which is closer and closer. But you're seeing here a screenshot from it, Kasplex ZK EVM mainnet, the chain ID here, and equally the wallet, and then equally the mainnet RPC URL list, which is sorting right now. So it seems again they are just getting the final pieces put together right now. Layer 2 mainnet integration, Kasplex ZK EVM mainnet on chain list, smart contract any day now. Users can use the information to connect their wallet and Web3 middleware providers to the appropriate chain ID and network ID to connect to the correct chain. And we can even see that here from Kaspa as well. So okay, never mind. If you read a little bit more, you see here, this does not mean the 24-hour countdown, but it does mean that we are getting extremely, extremely close now. And therefore likely does mean that we'll be seeing the, as Kaspa suspected, we'll see the release of the mainnet this month in September. So some people have made the speculation that if you add all the numbers together, it comes to 19, therefore September 19th. But again, we haven't got an idea just yet. We'll know when Capital actually announce it, but it looks like they're going to actually announce 24-hour countdown from now. Either way, it's a very, very big step towards, again, the mainnet being out very, very soon for Kaspa, being added to chain list as well, which is fantastic news. And it looks like, again, the adoption for Kaspa is at that critical point right now. The price is down a lot. I don't disagree, 60% down from all-time highs, but does not mean the smart money are not looking at it. We saw yesterday, as you were tuning into my live stream, DaVinci Jeremy mentioned in this podcast interview and whatnot. In fact, I think we can find it here. Yeah, we covered this video yesterday when it loads. This video yesterday from the stream where DaVinci Jeremy was talking about Kaspa being 2 times faster than, or 2 times better than Bitcoin, and that's not just talking about like speed. He's talking about as an actual project is 2 times better than Bitcoin. DaVinci Jeremy saying that. He was an avid Kaspa hater one day, Fudster, and now he's still holding more Bitcoin than Kaspa, but he's starting to switch into Kaspa, and he said he is so comfortable to talk about Bitcoin in space and too late to move about Kaspa. I have more Kaspa than you do, but you are still right. So again, I mean, DaVinci Jeremy, he is one of the long-standing Bitcoin maximalists, almost 1 million followers. I don't really listen to him too much, but he is a notable figurehead in the Bitcoin community. I mean, the number he pulled out of the thin air about Kaspa being 2 times better than Bitcoin, don't know where he got that from. Technically speaking, Kaspa's 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin is. So don't know where 2 times came from, but point being, either way, DaVinci Jeremy believes that Kaspa's better than Bitcoin right now, and even now holding Bitcoin, which is an insane thing for Kaspa holders. In all honesty, just to understand that more Bitcoin maxis are starting to come to Kaspa. The guy who told everyone to buy Bitcoin at $1 just said he has a huge bag of Kaspa. And actually, in that regard, we are starting to see the pattern all over again with Kaspa this time. 12 years from now, no one will be able to comprehend how Kaspa was below $1 12 years ago. Someone said they're putting all their life saving into Bitcoin. Last week, I put all my life saving into Bitcoin. I'm only 30, so I know while it is a risk, I still have a chance to recover if it crashes. I have a full-time job anyways. I just thought how the people around me are putting money into their houses, into children and expensive weddings, and they will never get a return on that. It just disappears. I also thought how most people got their whole life and not taken a risk and just go for it. And when I'm older, I will not be able to do these sort of things. I'll be a lot more conservative than this. So now is the time for me to take that risk. So he put $50,000 into Bitcoin 12 years ago. And I mean, now, if he still held that, he is obviously cooking. He's living life. Absolutely living life right now. Kaspa right now is in the very same predicament, so much so that we got this interview here with the Coin Bureau people. They were talking about Mark Cuban and capital rotations from safe yields like bonds into higher gainers like Bitcoin, and then cycling that from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Solana, and they even name drop Kaspa as well. Listen very closely here.
They asked him, like, how'd you make all your money? And he talked about, his dot-com startup. Well, what do you do now? It's like, I put it in bonds. He goes, why would I do that? Because it's the simplest thing to do. I get a guaranteed yield, so why would I put it into like the stock market and that? I mean, he does that, but that's the majority of what he does because he's super rich. And I think the super rich people and the people that can really sway, they're going to probably look into Bitcoin first, and then they're probably going to get into something down the line, whether that be Ethereum, or that be Solana, or that be Kaspa, or that be Pepe coin. I'm just kidding, whatever it is. So I think that the Bitcoin dominance will probably peak out. And hopefully, Ben, I think your number is 60%. I can see that happening. But remember, it goes into Bitcoin, and people take some profits. They put it into alts.
The fact that Kaspa, for the longest time, yes, still no tier 1 or no Binance, no Coinbase tier 1 listings. For the longest time, Kaspa has been suppressed and ignored by the higher net worth individuals. You are now seeing, at this pivotal moment in the cycle, DaVinci Jeremy admits he's got a big bag of Kaspa, one of the biggest Bitcoin maxis who call Bitcoin apparently $1. You're seeing other big accounts, Coin Bureau, alongside News Asset, and alongside Into Cryptoverse here, all have massive follower bases, talking about how smart money will rotate out of yields and bonds into the more higher gainer, higher risky assets, Bitcoin, then into the altcoins, Ethereum, Solana, and Kaspa being the one he actually name drops. He name drops Kaspa. And when you think about the history of Kaspa, the fact that, again, Marathon Digital Holdings, a Bitcoin-only mining company, started to expand for the first time ever into an altcoin, and that being Kaspa as well. Does it really make you... Is it really that surprising to think that bigger capital individuals are aware of Kaspa? They're just not talking about it right now, but they probably are quietly accumulating or will circle their or rotate their assets in their portfolio into Kaspa? No, it's not really that surprising at all. And Kaspa has all to gain from it, all to offer from it as well. Smart contracts not out just yet, coming out very soon. Stablecoins will be launching on that in soon time as well. Tier 1s will probably be launching soon time as well. KRI launching their enterprise project with Kaspa as well. ETF finance are always a potential. Who knows about that? We are hearing definitive proof now from smart money, from the high net worth individual, from Bitcoin Maxi. This is again to that philosophical quote from Mahatma Gandhi about change. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. This is definitive proof right now that we're in this penultimate final stage right now. From the fighting to the winning part, they are accepting Kaspa. They understand, or at least acknowledge, that it has the potential to make so much in terms of gains. They may not understand Kaspa as an asset and what it actually provides, apart from maybe the fundamental part about it being decentralized and quick and cheap, which is all you really need to understand the basis level, and then you look into it more so and build on it if you want to. But you're seeing now more and more people talk about getting into Kaspa. DaVinci Jeremy, people are going to start pursuing Kaspa the same way you pursued Bitcoin back in the day. Smart contracts aren't coming out just yet, but we are seemingly in this final endgame now, the final leg of the race. IGRA are cooking, Kasplex are cooking. Transactions right now are popping off and still going parabolic. And we'll get into this post in a moment as well, but here is a 60 plus enterprise markets which Kaspa could break into and help provide some benefits, and something that that's what KRI are going to be using with Kaspa, I'm sure, as well. So again, this is why tomorrow's going to be a big day for crypto, likely with rate cuts coming through, and that will also likely be the catalyst to kickstart Kaspa's momentum, where now we are seeing the quiet... Kaspa's had no adoption, no recognition pretty much since its all-time high. Since it started falling off here, for the last year, we've heard nothing about Kaspa from anybody else besides in this little bubble we're in. And now we're starting to hear people just very casually but name drop Kaspa. Again, I'm not surprised by it, not in the slightest. And I believe that when Kaspa does surprise people who did originally fade it, will then come to realise the importance and conviction that you need to have in doing research as well. They'll probably hopefully join our community as well, our free Discord server, just so we can understand more, because we're talking actively in there about not just Kaspa, predominantly Kaspa, but not just Kaspa, even just crypto development and what it can mean for what we're holding. Knowledge is power. That's why when I do these streams, I mean, of course, occasionally I'll end up saying the misinformation part, like I did with the the Ledger so-called hack, which wasn't even a Ledger hack really, more so a code thing. But I end up occasionally making the mistake. But otherwise, then I do always strive to spread information and knowledge in these streams right now, so we can understand what's coming. Predominantly for Kaspa again, but for crypto as a whole. Right now, we're seeing the US and United Kingdom have announced a new crypto corporation deal. Very big news. We've got this post from Ellen Terra as well about the regulatory developments. I'll get into that in a moment as well. But we are in a very unique spot of Kaspa right now. We're going to be seeing so much more into the developments and adoption, and therefore, with Bitcoin capital and smart money institutional capital cycling into your Ethereum, your Solana, and your Kaspa, Kaspa is going to shock a lot of people in the cycle. And again, for the years to follow that as well. As you look at what the smart money have already done with Kaspa, again, namely Marathon, that is proof that smart money know of Kaspa, and they haven't dropped Kaspa. They've started to make it, they've gone quiet about it, but they haven't dropped it. They've changed Kaspa on their balance sheet to other digital asset, but they don't hold anything else besides Kaspa anyways. So they just removed the name to make it quieter, but they do know of Kaspa and they're still mining it. So I'm not surprised at all to hear this, and I'll probably come back to play this video again later on in the stream. So again, proving to us that these big KOLs, 1 million followers, 200,000 followers here, all actively talking about what the smart money do with their capital, rotating it into higher yield gainers, and therefore crypto being the next big thing. You're going to your Bitcoin and then your other altcoins that are very, very profitable and have a good chance, like your Ethereum, Solana, and Kaspa. Naughty Noughts, don't you ever use the word "nor" in the States? I doubt they do. Only sellers use it, sure. This is the only one way Americans can improve English to the world. You're welcome. Disagree, but okay. Where's the actual questions now? Fake hold account for slow anti-boot. I mean, I think right now, there might be a potential glitch on the Kaspa website for KRC20s. Because again, I don't think Natural has 63,000 holders. Last I checked, it had I think it was 18,000. So I don't know why suddenly all the tokens have a massive amount of holder count. Don't know where it came from. Like, as you look here, that's definitely a fake holder count. Slow, which is, I don't even see where slow is right now. Am I just blind? No, slow on the next page. Yeah, Slow's got 21,000 apparently. But then you look at the first page, yeah, you've got like, again, projects like Gold hasn't moved at all actually. That stayed at 6k, but like Codan's now suddenly got 15k. They had like 1.5k before that or something like that. Kaspa Ghost similarly as well, can go. I don't think it's impossible for these projects to have that, but they only had like a couple thousand a few days back. So now they've got 15k, so I think Cashfire has got to maybe change this, or something just happened randomly. I don't really know. But Natural's now got 63,000 out of nowhere. I don't know when that came from either, because that was at 18k beforehand. They have no choice but to cut. Pretty much, yeah. The job revision was the worst in history, I believe. Oh, 100%. I think it was as well, yeah. They have no choice. They're going to cut. Where am I with the questions right now? How many have I missed right now? I am here with the questions right now. Stack bundles, you never know with Trumpet. He says with a weak dollar it'll make more money, but he also likes the strong dollar. Yeah, Trump is a bit like that. Do you think there will be a sell the news event with the rate cuts being a sure thing? I think we've already had that. Because the market's corrected 2 days ago, or the last 2 days here. I believe that was the markets pricing in the rate cuts coming through, and then equally potentially the next potential rate cuts following that as well, because we are currently expecting, I think, at least 3 rate cuts this year. Again, it depends on what Jerome Powell says tomorrow. So I think that was just what we saw yesterday and the day before. If we end up getting a 50 basis point rate cut, then you'll probably see us sell the news, because that's more than we expect. But I'd like to believe it's already priced in. So pricing in basically just meaning that the sell the news event already happened, so now they're going to just buy the rumor and just buy up from here. I didn't know they pivot QC thing. Oh, it's all good, Sack. Again, that's the stuff we try to teach. I mean, if you're in the Discord community, brother, I announced it to my VIPs ahead of time, but I did actually forward that message to the general server. So if you were part of the Discord server, you would have seen the announcement about the Jackson Hole meeting and the pivot. So again, if you want to keep up to date about that stuff, then check out the Discord server. And yeah, I mean, it's all good. Again, we're here to learn. At the end of the day, we're here to learn about that sort of stuff. When the dollar is strong, it seems promising, but we don't do tourism. We can't sell tractors. We can't sell trucks. We can't sell anything. Assured the White House tenant. He added, it's good for inflation. That's about it. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Just I haven't really got a comment on that just yet. We'll see what happens. Right now, the dollar is weakening, which actually can be a reassuring thing because the dollar tends to lag behind. The crypto market tends to lag behind. So the crypto market tends to pump 2 months after the dollar weakens. So again, right now we're looking at a lot of bullish indicators for November, December time, if not even a little bit further on from that as well. Sub 15 day, sub quarter cooler burst doing very, very well. And yes, hopefully in the next 15 days we'll be seeing the release of smart contracts as well. And yeah, Trump does love stable coins because it's a way for them to potentially also tokenize their debt by using their stablecoins to kind of buy up Bitcoin as well and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of also why they're so adamant against stablecoins out there as well. Yeah, in other words, dollar-backed stablecoins are an indirect way to make the whole world repay US debt and move for the dollarization of the global economy, pretty much. Her Kasplex is launching a Kaspa node in orbit. I have not heard about that. I know the KII are doing that, Richard. The KII made an announcement. If I type in, what was it called? I think it was Coney. Is it Coney? It is. Yeah, so the KII announced about in April time, they're going to have the Kaspa Orbital Node Initiative, the Coney, that is not going to really be taking any form of shape until probably late 2026, early 2027. But you have got a node that's going to be launched in orbit, which should just make it, again, I guess, even more decentralized, therefore, literally out of this world, which is quite funny. Can't hear it. Okay, I will replay it again then. The volume, okay, replay it right now again, so we can hear it for ourselves. I apologize for taking so long to play, but I'll play it again right now. Of 90 people watching right now. This here interview or a clip from Coin Bureau, Into the Cryptoverse, and New Asset, all massive KOLs talking about Mark Cuban and the capital rotation from safe yields like bonds into higher gainers like Bitcoin, and then into Ethereum, Solana, and the even name drop Kaspa, proving therefore that Da Vinci Jeremy and all the other smart money and Bitcoin masters and everybody else is now actually accepting and wants to invest into Kaspa. They're just not talking about it because they don't want you to get a hold of it. So turn your volume up and listen closely because I cannot make it louder than this.
They asked him, like, how'd you make all your money? And he talked about, his .com startup. Well, what do you do now? It's like, I put it in bonds. He goes, why would I do that? Because it's the simplest thing to do. I get a guaranteed yield, so why would I put it into like the stock market and like that? I mean, he does that, but that's the majority of what he does because he's super rich. And I think the super rich people and the people that can really sway, they're going to probably look into Bitcoin first, and then they're probably going to get into something down the line, whether that be Ethereum, or that be Solana, or that be Kaspa, or that be Pepe coin. I'm just kidding, whatever it is. So I think that the Bitcoin dominance will probably peak out. And hopefully, Ben, I think your number is 60%. I can see that happening. But remember, it goes into Bitcoin, then people take some profits, they put it into alts, all even. They ask them.
So yeah, as you heard that, hopefully you did. I cannot make it louder than that, unfortunately. But again, definitive proof right now that they have been quiet about Kaspa for the whole time. Since its all-time high, where Kaspa was all the hype and the FOMO, for the last year, no one spoke about Kaspa, barely a peep. Da Vinci Jeremy now comes out off the back of this clip from his podcast, his live stream he did earlier, saying about how Kaspa's 2 times better than Bitcoin, which, again, just a number he's thrown out there randomly, but either way, he believes Kaspa's better than Bitcoin as a project, which is crazy for him to say that as a Bitcoin maxi, who got in at $1. And now he said also he has more Kaspa. He actually been holding a big bag of Kaspa. And now you're getting other big KOLs also saying that people are going to rotate their capital from yields to Bitcoin to the altcoins like ETH, Sol, and Cas. Again, Kaspa being one that name dropped. Once more proving that Kaspa is in their target, in their portfolios. And Kaspa hasn't even got smart contracts or tier 1s out yet, or the big tier 1s out just yet. Hasn't got the KRR launched their enterprise project just yet. Hasn't got VProgs out just yet. Hasn't got Dagnite out just yet. So once more, kind of a massive, I guess, green flag to Kaspa and green light of to the sort of investment we'll end up seeing in this cycle when people end up rotating out of Bitcoin. When the Bitcoin dominance properly falls off, which again, it could be happening now. It may see what we saw last cycle, where last cycle we saw the dominance fall off and then come back up again and then go down. We could see that cup and handle sort of thing again, or that pattern again when you see it come down and go back up, and then you might see that again here. But until Bitcoin dominance falls off significantly, Kaspa's going to kind of gradually coast along, maybe get a little bit more investments with altcoins, and then it's going to explode when the capital rotates out of Bitcoin, as Bitcoin masses also start to accept, for the first time ever, Bitcoin masses accept one other project. It's not Ethereum, it's not Solana, it's not XRP, it is Kaspa. The price is down a lot, of course, and people are very frustrated by that. But when you're seeing what we've been talking about every single day, pretty much, and finally seeing the bigger accounts now starting to acknowledge that and confirm what we've been saying, it's proof again about the importance of doing your own research and knowing what you hold. Of course, it hasn't happened just yet, so we don't know for sure. Don't be emotional. Be logical. It's not happened for sure just yet, but they're talking about it. So it's a good indication of what is to come. The sort of investment we'll end up seeing likely in this cycle in the next few months off the back of Kasplex smart contracts coming out, which again, counting on the days right now. Got other announcements here as well. Like here, the potential enterprise use case for markets, which each one is ready for disruption by Kaspa Tech. You've got the mining and natural resources with ISO 14001, ICMM, and all the other elements here, which Kaspa can help kind of get into. Industry platform systems. You've got data and input layers, what's broken, innovation gaps, all these sort of stuff here, and where mining and natural resources could still innovate and where Kaspa fixes them. You got here about the opaque mineral supply chains. Critical minerals often change hands many times before entering global supply chains, making verification difficult. Kaspa could anchor each transfer and certification event on-chain, ensuring full traceability from mine to market. Conflict with minerals and unethical sourcing. Paper-based systems fail to prevent conflict diamonds or exfoliate sources. Kaspa could secure proof of origin and certification data immutably, supporting ethical sourcing standards. And it goes on more here talking about how the benefits Kaspa can provide. Again, this is just one market talking about the mining and natural resources. There are many. This is number 15. I'm sure Kaspa Comments has made many more posts highlighting every other enterprise market Kaspa can tackle into and help add a benefit or many benefits. And the KRI are doing this right now. They're ZETEX, Zero Emission Trading Exchange, the Gigawatt stablecoin. That is going to be tackling into the mining and natural resource element as well. That's going to get more enterprise use case, more institutional adoption. That's also going to help in the price rallying from that point onwards as well. In other news, just to take it down a little bit in the seriousness, we've got this post here from Crypto OD. Unfortunately, Kaspa Facts, who is someone that I tend to normally showcase on the stream due to him constantly posting some very, very good sources, his account has been flagged for spam because people are just kind of, I guess, targeting him, unfortunately. So he's made a new account now, which I definitely recommend following, haven't done so already. But just want to highlight this here, that apparently under the Kaspa.com or Kaspa.com learn Kaspa tag, he's the one who's contributed every single educational article except for one. Every single article here about Kaspa being by Kaspa Facts. So shout out to the absolute title that is Kaspa Facts and the information he provided to the community about Kaspa. You can learn about Kaspa therefore on Kaspa.com. So Kaspa.com is more than just a deck, it's also a resource website as well. And also we've got this post here from Luke, just highlighting that this alleged project called Kaspa Codex has the telltale signs of a scam. So be very careful. Again, Kaspa, of course, while being an innovative and special project, unique project, fair launch proof of work, anybody can create on top of it and take advantage of you. So always do your own research and trade at your own discretion. Be very, very careful. And segueing quickly into this post from Eleanor Terrett here as well, we can see that Jasper Goodman highlights here the house The rule the House is voting on shortly includes a little notice provision that will retroactively combine a bill to ban a CBDC with sweeping bipartisan crypto market structure legislation. So basically what Anatara is highlighting here is that it's quite interesting because the House had originally voted not to include the anti-CBDC bill in the Clarity bill back in July in favour of putting into the defensive spending bill instead, but now it looks like they're changing their mind to combine it into the Clarity Act before sending it over to the Senate, which may add delays therefore. She asked about if it's a big deal or not, and there isn't really any definitive answer if it's good or not. But they say by combining both measures and sending them to the Senate, the House continues to advance both priorities. We stand ready to work with Chair Scott and Senator Lummis on the pathway forward to get both provisions signed into law. So it may delay the process therefore, but at the same time, we will end up seeing both legislative bills, two very big legislative bills, especially the Clarity Act, come into law this year likely. Won't therefore be up and running. That takes a lot longer to happen, but it'll be signed into law this year, and that'll be a big green light to crypto adoption for institutions and also assets that are very clearly a commodity, therefore under the CFTC's jurisdiction, and therefore for Kaspa, which of course is like Bitcoin, therefore is a commodity. Kaspa is again in a very, very unique position, has been down for a while, but it just means the gains from this point almost have a lot higher gain potential from here, a lot higher ROI from here, return of investment from here. My personal belief, of course not financial advice, do your own research. This whole life is a gamble, enjoy it, can't take capital with you. Exactly. The people's 6 houses down are easy to hear. I apologise for that. I apologise for that as well. Yeah, I don't know why people suck at screen recording either. I put it as loud as I could do. I'll of course be linking this information in my free Discord community there in the Kaspa channel, so you can check it out for yourself. I think Nee already posted it in there actually. Yeah, I think Nee already put it in there, but I'll post it in there again, and again just highlighting that smart money will be coming to Kaspa soon enough. No other project is better than Bitcoin. Kaspa Twitter is better than Bitcoin. Read between the lines. Exactly. No other project better than Bitcoin, but Kaspa Twitter is better than Bitcoin. So that means that Kaspa is better than Bitcoin. Tell us what they said because nobody could hear it. If that's still the case, then I will repeat it word for word right now. Then I'll do that right now actually. Then because I'm sure people didn't hear it, so I'll repeat it one more time and then I'll read it out. So they say here. They say I asked Mark Cuban how to make all your money, and he did it in the .com startup, and now he makes money through bonds because it's an easy thing to do and it's very, very simple. He guarantees yield, so why did he put it into the stock market or anything like that? Because he can make guarantee. Mark Cuban made his money through the .com bubble, and now he makes guaranteed gains through yields. So he also want to get into stocks or anything like that, but he still does that because he's stupid rich. He's stupid rich, so he still gets into the stock market. And then he says here, into the cryptoverse. Then News Asset says here that he believes that the smart money, the super rich people that can really sway the market and whatnot, they'll be looking into Bitcoin first, and then they'll look into the altcoins, be it Ethereum, Solana, Kaspa. He then jokes about Pepe as well, but he says Ethereum, Solana, and Kaspa they'll get into down the line after Bitcoin. That's basically what he says here. Again, I'll post it so you can listen to yourself in your own time. But again, it's just big KOLs and smart money again effectively talking about how Bitcoin will be invested into by smart money, but also Kaspa is kind of down the line an inevitable next option. Bitcoin has been declared dead 440 times. If you invest 100 times each time, you'd be at $115 million today. Yeah. Honestly, we should put like even just $2 into Kaspa every time someone says it's dead. Already be putting in about 10k, I think. People say that Kaspa's dead every single day. All these talking heads on YouTube were calling it at a minimum of 50 cents Kaspa a year ago. Run it back and watch these videos. It isn't financial advice, but join my membership. Is this quoting me or is this quoting you? All these talking heads on YouTube were calling at a minimum of 50 cents Kaspa a year ago. Run it back, watch the videos. This isn't financial advice, but join my membership. Lol. I'm guessing that's you talking about other content creators. I mean, yeah, a lot have been like that. I mean, I have my own membership, my own VIP group, which we do our own stuff in there. From our main points, selling points, have been the alpha information provided in there, as well as the trade alerts we do in there as well. Of course, the stuff we talk about, I don't do price predictions and stuff like that. So, you know, Kaspa reaching 50 cents, will that happen or not? Again, we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, that's kind of the selling point for anyone's, you know, membership community. At the end of the day, they'll talk about, they predicted this, it came to fruition. Therefore, I mean, think about Crypto Galaxy, for example. He called Kaspa really, really early, and he's made a big following and community off that. He's now transitioned into meme coins, but he made a big following off that. So it's just how you kind of sell yourself, really. Welcome back, Laubro. You're doing very, very well. Hope that's my man. Yeah, true. Again, Kaspa did dip significantly. It came down 70% in this pullback, or 75% in this pullback. But it didn't come down 9%, and it's still up over 46,000% in the last 3 years. So despite the massive pullback, it's still holding strong. And if you look at every other project in the space, apart from the niche spectrums like Hyperliquid and Sui and whatnot, loads of other projects in the space are down 55% still. So Kaspa's still in the same bracket. It just had a longer and more excruciating sell-off and shakeout. They did airdrops to many Kaspa accounts. Not sure who started it though. I haven't. Yeah, I have no idea what. I'm not sure talking about Slow or TB Die. I have no idea which project you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with an airdrop necessarily. I don't necessarily trust them. I've never really partaken in them, but people have made money from them. So if you can, then fine, go for it. But again, it's just a risk you have to be willing to take. Or you're saying it was Natural that did it. What do you think about Pump Fund? I'm not in the project, but I have got mates of mine and other communities I'm a part of that do think it's going to do very, very well. So it may be worth looking into. I did see that Pump Fund had more activity, and it surpassed. I think it was it Solana's chain at one point, or was it Ethereum's chain? I can't remember. I know it was Hyperliquid. Pump surpassed Hyperliquid in regards to on-chain activity, and I think TVL maybe as well. So I mean, I think Pump Fund is a project that could do quite well, but I don't talk about it because it's not something that I'm really looking into. I've just heard from what I've heard, so it's not my opinion by any means. And again, not financial advice as well. So I haven't been in that Telegram much. I'm not sure who you're talking about. If it's natural airdrops, then fair enough, but I still have no idea either. VRPs getting that alpha, not financial advice. I mean, the VRP. I mean, I've showcased some of my alpha on these streams actually. Information that, and I mean, again, the information that I've talked about it with my VRPs is it's information that's out there. But the problem is that a lot of people don't really, and it's not with any disrespect by any means, but a lot of people don't know how to do information and research. You know, that's also predominantly why we're here right now. Not because you guys don't know how to do research, but because I can help bring you a confined group space where you can all learn together. And then I do have a smaller community right now where we are actively learning more and looking at research papers from what smart money are talking about. From Bank of America to JP Morgan to Signet Bank to Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, all these massive world-leading companies that are publishing their papers to their enterprise clients, and I've been able to find them and showcase that to my VIPs because they're paying to get exclusive information so they can help better their trading trading strategies and investment strategies. And those who are part of it have been very, very happy with what they've learned in there so far. I know that Tony, for example, has stopped trading. And then he learned from C Crypto and, in a sense, myself in there as well about what to look out for. And now he's back to trading again a little bit. And he's managed to lower his average in Kaspa. Same thing with joking as well. So, I mean, again, I'm not by any means saying sign up. I mean, of course I'll shill it. But I'm not going to, say sign up or I'm going to just stop. Like, I still do these daily streams. I still make now I'm back to making video content. It's just if you want to learn a lot more and benefit even more so, then you have the availability of joining this VIP here for a 7-day free trial. So you can even check it out for free to see if it's worth your time. And actually, I do also have another call to action or selling point where if you sign up to the affiliate exchange for working alongside BYDFI, you can get access to this for a month. So if you want to find that sort of stuff out, then again, the links are available on my free Discord server. But if not, then there's no hassle. I'm not going to come to your house and say sign up. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's just if you want to level it up, then it's there. All it really is. I think Kaspa will have his own version of that. A pump fund, probably, yeah. Pump fund, the actual the pump fund that the pump fund project or pump project that would probably do quite well. Pump fund that before that thing was a big project like that. That's just a very oh my god, last year was crazy. I remember getting heavily involved with the pump fund and the DGen picks, and the stuff that was going on pump fund was honestly illegal. It was so crazy. It was actually crazy seeing what was happening, where people were pretending to be arrested and getting swatted, and they're doing that so they can get their project passed and pump fund. You had people literally just rugging people. A little kid rugged a project 3 times over. Quant. Absolutely insane stuff, man. I don't know how. It was a crazy time. And actually made money through that somehow as well, which, more you know, I guess. Node in orbit with Diagonite makes Kaspa World War proof. It makes it everything proof, honestly. And yeah, congrats, and you definitely Matrix for having 5k in Kaspa. Again, it's having conviction in the bag is not easy, but having anything in Kaspa is very, very good. I think having Kaspa in general right now is very, very good, considering my belief in where it's going to go from here as well. But again, that's not financial advice. Yeah, not financial advice. Could the currency massive holder change be part of the 4 million microtransactions? Maybe. But is that botted therefore? I don't know. I'll take the membership as a financial advice. Well, no one can give financial advice because no one has a license. So, and believe me, if people actually had a financial advice license, they wouldn't be doing this either. Probably being paid by big corporations to give financial advice out. Also, by the way, all financial advisors, and it's changing now, but all financial advisors 3-4 months ago would have said don't look at crypto at all. They're all starting to change now because crypto evidently is a growing industry that has real benefits, but they would be telling you avoid crypto at all costs, or at most put 5% of your portfolio in Bitcoin alone. We are here ahead of the institutions. It's a tough selling point, really. And yes, Bufflick, as always, if you enjoy the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. We're almost at 50 likes. If we get 50 likes, that'd be absolutely insane, family. Cruiser Galaxy is better, at least you could understand. Yeah, Cruiser Galaxy is a... He made his selling point earlier, and it's fun. He ran with it. I've made some calls in some projects, but I haven't really publicized my membership strongly. Well, not say strongly enough, not properly enough. But the stuff that I have showcased in there are, I think are beneficial, and people will hopefully end up learning from it. And end of the day, because I cover Kaspa quite frequently, as a lucky benefit from it, if and when Kaspa does start rallying, that will probably also help out in that regard as well, because people then think, oh wow, he knew Kaspa earlier on. I've been talking about Kaspa for over a year. But the people for the most part just want to make money quickly. That's how they particularly. So if you can call a project, that's the easiest way to get people to sign up. People follow people, and Kaspa is the people's crypto, 100%. We should do a Kaspa New Year party. We should. We honestly should. I think we'll see at least 20x in Kaspa. That'll put it at around $2. Not a bad shout. Let's wait and see. But yeah, nobody can say for sure right now. It'll be tough to see, but hopefully we can see it do well. Selling off the Bitcoin dominance and the market sentiment. Yeah, we'll see. I think we'll see, yeah, Bitcoin dominance fall off and Kaspa will start rallying significantly from that point onwards as well. Kaspa, the real Bitcoin, proved me wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to prove you wrong. Kaspa is getting popular day by day, and that's all it needs to pump. We could be hitting a 50x at the end of the cycle. I mean, that would be insane, seeing a $5 Kaspa. I'm not saying it's not possible, that would be insane. And the FOMO off the back of that would be very insane, no doubt. And yeah, I mean, I would also quit one of my jobs if I had that as well. Absolutely. Let's be realistic about the price of Kaspa, otherwise you won't take any profits. I mean, if Kaspa was to do a 40, 50x, or even just like 20x, I mean, I'm taking profits on the way up. And again, for the shameless plug, information that comes from my VIPs here is talking about how this cycle's different, how we might see an extended cycle, and also, therefore, how we may not see a typical bear cycle either. So my taking profit strategy is also changing continuously as well, based on institutional sentiment. So that's, again, another reason why you can learn more in there. I am going to start occasionally posting some sources in my Discord server and probably on Twitter as well. But you can learn a hell of a lot more in there and trade and stuff like that as well in the VIP. But yeah, a lot of people don't think 58 games are no longer possible either, which is why it's hard. But we had a massive massive more play from launch. I mean, again, it's a matter of perspective at the end of the day, right? Anyone here sitting on a bag of Kaspa free and clear? I mean, I don't know if anybody is, because a lot of people write. If the thing that I tend to do a lot if I'm doing DJ investing, like if I'm investing into some meme coin on deck screen or whatnot, I'll put X amount in, make a 2x, take my initials out, and therefore I've got a free bag just sitting in that project that I can make capital on. But with Kaspa, I haven't done that, because Kaspa for me, I think, is something that is worth me taking a bit of more risk on, because of where I perceive it's going to be going, hopefully, in the future. My average on Kaspa is probably at around 15 cents or something like that, maybe even 14 cents now. Actually, it's probably a bit lower, maybe 13 cents now, because I've been buying a lot in this dip for the last year. But we'll have to just wait. I mean, again, we'll see where Kaspa goes from here. I think, again, the big run-up is coming. I'm 80% Kaspa, but I plan to go 100% at some point. I'm similar as well. I'm very similar in that regard as well. And yeah, we wish you the best as well, Richard, man. Hopefully it plans out well for you, whatever you are holding as well. Love that bag, J Smith. It's looking very good and well. If Bitcoin dominance has another rip to the upside, that gives our chance to 2026 altcoin top. Exactly. So also, I'm not against that either. There are so many layer 1 coins out there, but only if people have potential to pump. It's very hard to identify where to invest. Yeah, pretty much. It's a risk, it's a gamble. You've got to do your own research. And yeah, Kaspa also being a long-term hold is also not a bad strategy either. I'm kind of bit of both, honestly. What's going on with the BEC? Currently up 2.5%. You'll probably see it end up ripping off the back of FOMC meeting and other announcements and whatnot. It's currently probably sitting at around a $300 to $400 million market cap. It could probably make a couple billion, if not a bit more. So I think it's still got higher highs. I think the BEC could probably reach 1 cent, if not a little bit higher. We'll have to wait and see. I have to look more into the BEC to give you a bit more of an answer. But we've been, after that rip in May, been kind of staying around here for the time being, which is not bad. We need to see it make that clean move above 0.006 for the confirmed, I say pretty much confirmed next move up. Welcome, Rosario. You're doing very, very well. Just run after work. Love that. Keep grinding, my man. Keep grinding indeed. What's up, Don, as well? You're doing very, very well, my man. And $1 the cycle is FUD, honestly. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. And yeah, definitely, Mr. Boss, hit that button for the 3rd time. And everybody else as well. Like that stream. I'm just seeing any more questions real quickly as I'm about to wrap up for the day. And welcome back, Wing Hong, bro. You're doing very, very well. Moon yet? Not yet, but tomorrow could be a very big day as well. And yes, Tony very much does not like Zebek. So, yeah. But with that being said, though, if I missed some questions, I apologize for that. But that being said, thank you very much for tuning in once more, family, to the Crypto and Kaspa live stream. We got a big, big day tomorrow. I'll be posting a video in the next hour or so talking about crypto general market and Kaspa as well. And other altcoins that I think have a good chance to do very well, looking more so around the AI sector. We are on the clip of seeing Mainnet launch for Kasplex, which would be very, very cool, and equally seeing Kaspa adoption starting to reach a whole, or FOMO starting to reach a whole new level with Bitcoin maxis and big accounts and big names starting to accept that Kaspa is a viable bet after Bitcoin to cycle your investment into. So Kaspa is going to see a lot more adoption in the near future, and we're seeing regulatory frameworks starting to be laid out as well. So we are about to see a whole new level of bull run very, very shortly. That being said, though, if you enjoyed, leave a like, share, you can subscribe for more. Welcome back, Dennis. Smart contracts are not out just yet, but we have seen a big development. We'll see. I'll make probably a video about that tomorrow. Hopefully the release and announcement date will be coming soon enough as well. But that being said, have a great day, good evening, good night, family. Check out the Fee socials, the Discord server to tune in and learn a lot more, or the VIP, Twitter as well, all on my homepage and down in the description. Check out BYDFI. Have a great day, good evening, and good night, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care now.